So we went in the first part through the process of lowering your numbness bar, and in the second part, you started mapping out your feelings, and you went into the process. You already went into the process of mapping out your current relationship with your feelings. And as I deliver all of these different distinctions, the things that have a line in the middle, and it's creating these distinctions, they start creating more definition about how you're relating, like how you relate with your feelings, and also creating this other possibility of how you could be relating with your feelings, what is possible. So all of this is starting to create a journey, a transitioning from a current map of feelings to a new map of feelings, or from the old map of feelings to the new map of feelings. So for example, eh, the distinctions of the old map of feeling, this is all of the conditioning that you have gone through in life. Since you were a kid, you weren't taught in school or at home like how to feel, how to use your feelings. So you essentially created an unconscious way of using your feelings. You copied from your parents, from your grandparents, from your uncles, from different authorities, higher authorities, how to feel. You copy from movie stars and from other people, and in an unconscious way, because you weren't really like being taught about feelings, or you were being taught like unconscious things about feelings, like boys don't cry, for example, men don't cry. And and this is just one of them. There is like one after the others, uh like cry yeah, like crying is for little girls, uh stuff like that. Like there's just so much. And there's like even like in the new age community, in the new age culture, where they're saying like a fear is evil, or a fear is the root of all evil, or even like fear is not love. So all of this stuff is like part of what we've done in that original map that we created. So like it's just like good and bad. Yeah, like some feelings are good, some feelings are bad. That this is part of the all map. Positive feelings, negative, this is part of the all map. uh any sort of restrictions and stuff like that you have about your feelings, any beliefs, any ideas that you have about the feelings, is like they're in question now. They're, as you're going into this journey, you're gonna start discovering experientially what your relationship is like to those feelings, and you're gonna start creating this transition to a new map of feelings, a new way of relating with your feelings. So I'm gonna draw here, like for example, this map of the war zone. So if you're here, you're in the center. Let's say this is your X in the map, and then you have uh, this area here where it's forbidden. You can't go in there. There's a big line, and then over here there is a bunch of landmines, explosions. There is bombs, and then over here there is an old memory that you can't explore because it's too painful. And then over here there is like this barrier that you this wall that you want to get through, because everything else is behind that wall, but you can't get through, and you can only look through the wall, but it's only behind there. And then on this side there is like a big abyss that you can't even see what's under, and you haven't like taken the risk to jump because it's too far. So this is the all map is full of these limitations and red lines, and like no trespassing, and forbidden areas, and landmines, and this is your current map. Like the current map is like this, and the exploration is about going into mapping this out, and remapping, like going with this, and then with these new distinctions that you're getting, starting to say, like if you have a forbidden line there, then you're taking the steps to getting closer and closer to that line, getting closer until you get past that line. You're able to like get past that line, and you get to see this territory that is here that you haven't explored at all, that you have never experienced because when you were a kid you decided not to go there, and now there is like a whole territory, vast territory over here that you haven't explored. So this is the journey, and as you get to pass that line, you get to discover what your new map of feelings is. You get to see like, that was my relationship with my anger. I couldn't feel angry because I hurt another in the past, or because my parents told me that that was bad, and I couldn't feel angry because I was gonna hurt others. So I made this line in my heart that I couldn't feel any more than that. So then you take on that to your adulthood, and you're living like that your whole life, and then it turns out that there is so much in here that is part of your life, part of what you're here to bring to the world, and it's locked behind this decision that you made a long time ago. So as you get to discover this new territory, you get to discover these new things, and then you get to make a new decision. You get to say like, I don't need that line there anymore. I wanna be fucking like going and exploring a little bit more. And then and then you find out that there is other barriers that you have put or something like that. But at least like you're exploring this territory consciously, and you're allowing to go from 0 to 100% intensity of each one of the four territories. So let's say that, yeah, you get anger, sadness, fear, and joy, for example, and you're going from 0 to 100% and seeing what's in that territory, going all the way, and documenting this, like discovering new things, like, okay, like, what is my anger good for? My anger is great. My anger is good for because I need to set boundaries. I really was angry because this boundary was being crossed for me, and I didn't have the voice to say, I didn't have the maturity to say, because I was depending on these people to survive, to provide for me. So I cut it off and I created that line. So this is the journey of going into the new map of feelings, trying to discover and creating your new map of feelings. So putting your hat of explorer on and going into this journey. It's like, okay, angry, scared, sad, and happy, mad, glad, sad, or scared, and going in one feeling at a time and exploring this territory. And I'm gonna make another video of when it's 2 feelings at a time or 3 feelings at a time, when you're feeling a mix of emotions, this mix of emotions. So when you're in different territories at the same time, which is possible. So this is the journey from going from the old map of feelings to the new map of feelings, and it's a discovery process, and it doesn't have to be as precise as this. It's an exploration that happens inside of you, and it's great to do this once in a while to see like, okay, like what's my relationship like with my fear, and then revisit that, and then you get to see the progress of where you were in relating with fear and where you are now in relating with your fear. So get as an action point, something that you can start doing now is ask your question like, what is this feeling good for, or what is the purpose of me having anger, because there's like, uh, each feeling has a purpose. So your feelings have a purpose, and your feelings are not a design error. They're not a design error. In the old map of feelings, your feelings are a design error. They're not really good. They're useless. They get in the way of the mind, or they get in the way of what you want to do. And this is like working against yourself. In the new map of feelings, each feeling has a purpose, and you can see this, and you can start exploring this and discovering this new resource inside of you. And this is an amazing journey to go into, an inner journey that starts giving you like more clarity, more centeredness, more belonging inside of yourself, and more like really this like landing and alignment, that your feelings are there for a purpose, and that you might feel like they're a little bit off from what you think that you are, but it's because you have been thinking all of this time that you are this thing, with your feelings are telling you something else. So your feelings start creating this new alignment inside of you, like, hey, this is what you care about, this is what you are here for, this is what you feel sad about, this is what you're longing, this is what the boundaries are being crossed for you. And then you can start using that to realign yourself and like allow your feelings to really come into being part of how you move and your point of origin, which we're going to talk about in a future module. So thanks for watching this, and get to start doing your new map of feelings with these questions, like what is the purpose of this feeling, and that will start being your new map. Okay, when you face these lines, you see like, okay, my anger is good for this, so when I put this line here, I'm cutting myself from these things, from having a boundary, from saying yes and no, from having clarity in my voice, from being clear with how I'm communicating, etc. And the same goes for the other feelings. So good luck on this journey, and I'll see you again in the next one.